Hi guys, so we are here in
Acropolis.
Acropolis. So we will show you around, and the weather now is very nice and very sunny.
Perfect for touring.
Yes.
One of the greatest sites in the world. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. From Acropolis metro station, we can see historic exhibition already. From the entrance of Acropolis, we can see the 𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗧𝗢𝗏 Chapel. Next, we headed to Theater of Dionysus. The Theater of Dionysus is an ancient theater in Athens on the south slope of the Acropolis hill, built as part of the sanctuary. It was the main center of the cult of the god Dionysus. This built for plays of the great dramatist. The first orchestra terrace was constructed on the site around the mid to 6th century BC, where it hosted the city Dionysia. In the 4th century BC, the capacity reaches up to 17,000 under the apostates of Lycurgus and was in continuous use down to the Roman period. The theater then fell into decay in the Byzantine era and was not identified, excavated, and restored to its current condition until the 19th century. The 𝗟𝗙𝗙𝗦𝗧𝗬𝗟𝗘 monument of Nicias is a memorial building built in 319 BC to commemorate the courageous Nicias, son of Nicodemus. It was situated between the Theater of Dionysus and the Stoa of Eumenes, where its foundation remained along with some fragmentary elements of the structure. The ground floor of the Stoa was made with a colonnade of 64 Doric columns, with the interior colonnades consisting of 32 Ionic columns. The Sanctuary of Aklepios, converted into Christian monument, contained two sanctuaries from different eras. One was the patients would sleep dream, in which the god would reveal what medication they should follow. Two, a circular temple known as 𝗧𝗨𝗧𝗧𝗦, which housed the sacred spring. Of Herodes the Atticus. This theater was built as memorial to his wife Regillas, who died in 160 AD. It was the third Odeon to be built in Athens, after the Odeon of Agrippa and Odeon of Pericles, and the first roofed building of ancient Athens that was intended for the performance of music contest. Consisted of a central block with two separate wings, the walls from broken up by columns and windows, which were decorated with stunning statues and other works of art. The theater, built into the Acropolis rock, is semicircular in shape, with a radius of 38 meters, and it can seat up to 5,000 spectators. the entrance, we can see the Athena Nike was constructed during Pericles' building program in 426 BC. After climbing the Roman-built steps up, you are taken to the Propylaea, which was a magnificent entrance hall, designed by the Athenian architect 𝗓𝗡𝗓𝗡. The left side of the structure, the north wing, known as the Pinacotheke, was the largest and was used initially as a banquet hall, and then a gallery for paintings and frescoes. The right side, south wing, was relatively smaller due to the preference of the temple of Nike. Towards the end of this structure, there were 5 doors. The widest of them was used by the Panathenaea procession on exiting from the Propylaea. The Bruronion was the sanctuary of Artemis Bruronian on the Athenian Acropolis, located in the southwest corner of the Acropolis plateau, between the Chocotheke and the Propylaea. Artemis Broronia, protector of women in pregnancy and childbirth, had her main sanctuary at Bruron, a Deimos on the east coast of Attica. The Parthenon is a symbol of classical Greece built during the height of Athenian democracy over 9 years, between 447 to 438 BC. It was dedicated to the goddess Athena. It is the third Parthenon to occupy the ancient site after the second was destroyed by the Persian in 480 BC. It remained unchanged until it was converted to a church during the Byzantine period in the 5th century AD, and then a mosque in the 1460s during the Ottoman occupation. In the year of 1687, the Parthenon was severely damaged by an explosion caused by the ignition of ammunition being stored there by the Ottomans during the Mauryan War with the Venetians. Sadly, like many wonders of the ancient world, much of the Parthenon's sculptural decoration was looted over time, but an impressive collection of artifacts are still in existence and beautifully preserved and presented at the Acropolis Museum. The Temple of Rome and Augustus is the sole Roman temple dedicated to the cult of the emperor. It is round-shaped and no walls. The Greek flag, which is situated on what was a belvedere tower during the medieval period, is more than just the best vintage for photographs across Athens. It was here that on 13th May 1941, the 19-year-old Lakis Santas and 18-year-old Manolis Glizos symbolized the resistance movement in Greece against the occupying Nazi forces of World War II. Scaling the Acropolis through an ancient passageway they had discovered from reading Greek textbooks. The teenagers tore down the swastika at night, leaving the flagpole empty in what was one of the first and the most famous acts of resistance against the occupying forces. The Porch of the Maidens sits at the rear of the elegant Erechtheion. Erechtheion is an ancient Greek temple on the north side of the Acropolis. This is one structure that has a rather complicated layout when compared to the others on the Acropolis. There are shrines inside dedicated to Athena and Poseidon, who fought for the city. On the right side of Erechtheion, there are 6 Ionic columns which open onto a small sanctuary. This contains the oldest statue of Athena. On the western side, in adjacent courtyard, is an olive tree. This is where the people came to worship this sacred tree. On the Beaulieu Gate, you can see the engraved words, "The castle of Athens is the most jewel in the world." It consists of 2 towers of different height and was used for defense. A quick view of the Hill of Ares is a prominent rock outcropping located northwest of the Acropolis in Athens. Our day tour ends here. It's time to get some food! Thank you for watching! Please check out our other Greece vlogs if you haven't already. Goodbye! God bless!